Welcome to our deep dive into some of the most challenging urban environments on Earth. Today, we'll explore 10 examples of urban hell that highlight the struggles and resilience of their inhabitants. From sprawling slums to once booming cities now grappling with their own unique demons, we're going to shine a light on the darker side of urban life. Just as there are 1,000 ways a city can thrive, there are just as many ways things can go wrong. By understanding these challenges, we can hopefully start thinking about solutions. Our first stop takes us to Mumbai, India, home to Dharavi, one of the world's largest slums. Dharavi is a hive of activity, a city within a city, with an estimated 1 million people crammed into just over 2 square kilometers. Imagine living in a place where the streets are so narrow that sunlight struggles to reach the ground, where open sewers snake through densely packed homes, and privacy is a luxury few can afford. Amidst the poverty and lack of sanitation, you'll find a thriving, informal economy. People here aren't just surviving, they're working, creating, and building a life for themselves. There are pottery workshops, textile factories, even recycling plants, all operating within this sprawling urban labyrinth. It's a testament to the human spirit's ability to adapt and find opportunity, even in the most challenging circumstances. However, let's not romanticize it. Dharavi remains a place of immense hardship, a stark reminder of the inequalities that plague our world. Our next stop takes us to Hong Kong, or rather, the space where Kowloon Walled City used to exist. Imagine a city block just crammed with buildings, layer upon layer, stacked practically on top of each other. That was Kowloon Walled City, a place so densely populated it made a sardine can look spacious. Once a Chinese military outpost, it became a lawless enclave after World War II, a place where triads rubbed shoulders with dentists and brothels sat next to noodle shops. It was a city without rules, except for the unspoken ones that kept it from collapsing in on itself. The lack of proper infrastructure meant sewage often overflowed and sunlight was a rare commodity in the lower levels. In the end, Kowloon Walled City was demolished in the early 1990s, but its legend lives on. A stark reminder of what happens when urban planning goes out the window and density reaches truly absurd levels. Our journey takes us to Ciudad Juarez, Mexico, a city synonymous with drug violence. For years, Ciudad Juarez has been caught in Mexico's drug war. Cartels battle for control, while citizens face kidnappings, extortion, and murder. Imagine fearing for your safety every time you step outside. Police are often outgunned by heavily armed cartels. The city's story is woven from poverty, corruption, and drug demand. The promise of a better life across the Rio Grande often feels like a cruel illusion. But even in dark times, the human spirit shines through. Community organizations combat violence and support victims, offering hope. Our next stop takes us to Port-au-Prince, Haiti, a city still reeling from the devastating earthquake of 2010. The earthquake in Port-au-Prince was like someone hitting the city's rewind button. Buildings crumbled, infrastructure vanished, and hundreds of thousands were left homeless, their lives reduced to rubble. It was a humanitarian crisis of unimaginable proportions. Years later, the scars of that disaster are still visible. Makeshift shelters dot the landscape, a constant reminder of the homes lost and the lives forever changed. The reconstruction process has been painfully slow, hampered by poverty, political instability, and recurring natural disasters. Despite these challenges, the people of Port-au-Prince continue to rebuild their lives brick by brick, hope by hope. There's a vibrancy here, a spirit of resourcefulness and community that refuses to be extinguished. But let's be clear, Port-au-Prince's recovery is far from complete. It's a city crying out for sustainable solutions, for investment in infrastructure, and for a chance to finally heal. Our journey now takes us to Caracas, Venezuela, a city once synonymous with oil wealth, now a stark illustration of how quickly fortunes can change. Caracas wasn't always a cautionary tale. It used to be a bustling metropolis, a symbol of Latin American progress. But then came the economic collapse, a perfect storm of corruption, mismanagement, and plummeting oil prices. Today, Caracas is a city grappling with hyperinflation, food shortages, and skyrocketing crime rates. Imagine going to the supermarket and finding empty shelves, your money practically worthless. Hospitals, once beacons of hope, are now struggling to function, lacking basic supplies and medicines. The streets, once vibrant with life, are now patrolled by soldiers, a visible reminder of the country's political and economic turmoil. But even in the face of such adversity, the Venezuelan people have shown remarkable resilience. They've organized community kitchens, bartered for essential goods, and found creative ways to survive. Our next stop takes us to Lagos, Nigeria, a city pulsing with energy, ambition, and a whole lot of people. We're talking about a megacity on steroids, a place where rapid urbanization has created a fascinating, albeit chaotic, urban tapestry. Imagine a city growing at such a breakneck pace that it struggles to keep up with itself. With a population over 20 million, it's a city of constant motion, a blend of opportunity and challenges. Traffic in Lagos is legendary. A swirling vortex of cars, buses, and motorcycles all vying for space. It's not uncommon for a commute to take several hours, testing the patience of even the most seasoned commuter. But let's not forget the other side of Lagos, brimming with entrepreneurial spirit and a vibrant cultural scene. Our journey takes us to Manila, the capital of the Philippines, a city where beauty and chaos collide in a uniquely captivating way. It's a place where you can find stunning colonial architecture alongside sprawling slums, often separated by nothing more than a flooded street. Manila's relationship with water is complicated, to say the least. Situated on a bay, the city is highly susceptible to flooding, especially during typhoon season. Imagine streets turning into rivers, homes submerged in murky water, and entire communities displaced by relentless rainfall. And then there are the informal settlements, communities built on stilts over water, a testament to the resourcefulness and resilience of Manila's residents. But Manila is more than just its challenges. It's a city with a rich history, a vibrant culture, and a spirit of community that shines through even in the toughest of times. From the jeepneys, those iconic brightly decorated buses, to the street food vendors whipping up delicious treats, Manila is a sensory overload in the best possible way. Our next stop takes us back to the United States, to Detroit, Michigan, a city that has become synonymous with industrial decline and urban decay. Once upon a time, Detroit was the engine of American industry, a symbol of innovation and blue-collar grit. But as the auto industry declined, so too did Detroit's fortunes. Factories closed, jobs disappeared, and residents fled, leaving behind a city grappling with poverty, crime, and a profound sense of loss. Imagine entire neighborhoods abandoned, houses left to crumble, streets eerily quiet. That was the reality for many parts of Detroit. But here's the thing about Detroit: it's a city that refuses to give up. Amidst the ruins, a spirit of resilience and reinvention has taken root. Artists, entrepreneurs, and community activists are breathing new life into Detroit's decaying bones. From urban farms sprouting up in vacant lots to tech startups setting up shop in abandoned factories, Detroit is writing a new chapter in its story. Our penultimate stop takes us to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, a city of stunning natural beauty and stark social inequality. It's a place where the rhythm of samba fills the air, where beaches beckon with golden sand, and where just beyond the glitz and glamour, a different reality exists. Rio is a city of contrasts where towering skyscrapers cast long shadows over sprawling favelas, hillside communities, grappling with poverty, violence, and limited access to basic services. It's a tale of two cities existing side by side yet worlds apart. Imagine living in a community where the streets are unpaved, where sanitation is poor, and where the threat of violence is ever present. But even amidst these challenges, there's a vibrancy, a sense of community and resilience that shines through. Music spills out from homes, children play in the streets, and life goes on. However, let's not romanticize the favelas. They are a stark reminder of the deep-seated inequality that plagues Brazilian society. Our final stop takes us to Kinshasa, the sprawling capital of the Democratic Republic of Congo, a city grappling with the legacy of colonialism, political instability, and a humanitarian crisis of staggering proportions. Imagine a city of over 10 million people where basic infrastructure is lacking, where clean water is a luxury, and where armed groups roam the countryside, preying on the vulnerable. Decades of conflict and corruption have taken their toll, leaving the city struggling to provide even the most basic services to its residents. Poverty is rampant, disease is widespread, and the threat of violence is ever present. But even in the face of such adversity, the Congolese people have shown incredible resilience. They've created informal economies, supported one another through community networks, and clung to hope for a brighter future. However, Kinshasa's challenges are immense. It's a city in desperate need of peace, stability, and investment in its people and infrastructure. Thank you for joining us on this journey through some of the most challenging urban environments on Earth. It's been, to put it mildly, a bit of a downer, hasn't it? But here's the thing, even in these so-called hellscapes, there's hope. We've seen incredible resilience, a determination to overcome adversity that's frankly awe-inspiring. It's a reminder that even in the darkest corners of our planet, the human spirit finds a way to shine through. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful content. And the next time you hear someone complain about their commute, just be grateful you don't live in Lagos.